Hey, thank you for coming back. And today I'd like to talk to you about this. Let me get that better in my hand. This is the Wurkkos TD05 flashlight. Now, let me just kind of show you around. Of course, there's the mode button. That's the on and off switch on the tail. You get a two-way clip, and what do I mean by that? Right here where the bend is, you can slip something in there, or you can lift it up and use it right underneath all that. On the opposite side of the mode switch is how you're going to charge it, and yes, you can already tell it's USB Type-C. Does have an orange peel reflector. What that means is it's not smooth. It has a bunch of little dimples in it, and there's the LED, which is a luminous SFT 40 LED. Has an 18650 battery, which is 3000 milliamps. IPX68 water resistant. It's made out of aerospace 61 aluminum alloy, and it has a good couple modes to it. You know, low, medium, high, turbo, SOS, and strobe, things of that nature. Now, before you charge it, well, before I get into that, you do get an instruction manual. Do get a little wrist strap. Do get a charging cable, USB Type A on one end, USB Type C on the other. This says, hey, thank you for buying the flashlight, and it tells you in there too to remove this. When you first get the flashlight, this will actually be on top of the battery once you unscrew the tailpiece. This is a little insulator which separates the spring from here, from the tailpiece, connecting to the battery. And by the way, there's the inside of the body. I know it's not the best of looks, but now what the insulator does is it makes sure it cuts off any power to the flashlight. Essentially, that's what it does. It's kind of like a safeguard, so it doesn't keep draining the battery or make it want to leak or any of that nature. And it's a good little thing to have. More on that after the test video. Now, in the test video, what I'm doing to kind of cut this video a little short, or as short as I can, I'm not going to run through verbally and tell you each mode, the run times and the lumen ratings and things of that nature. So I got the charts, so I'm going to put them in the video. Then I'm going to show you this thing in action. Then I'll come back and tell you my final thoughts. Okay? So here's the test video right now. Okay, I hope you really did like that test video. And don't worry about the specs. You can always rewind the video and look at the charts and study them that way. So what do I think of the Wurkkos TD05 flashlight? Well, I happen to like it a lot. I like the design of it. I'm not a fan of the big-headed type flashlights. I do like how they have a separate on and off switch compared to the mode switch. I even like the two-way type of a clip that's on here. Once again, there's a top piece that's right in here where this little bit of bent metal is. So you can slip something into there, or you can slip something just underneath that, you know, just underneath this rounded part. So it's a two-way type clip. Speaking of which, let me actually even show you, because I forgot to do it in the first half of the video. Here is the 18650 battery from Wurkkos. As you can see, there's their branding, 18650, 3000 milliamp hours. And right off the bat, let me just say, all of the run times that they give you on the charts are pretty accurate. I really didn't notice a difference in them. But you got to remember one thing about it. It doesn't matter what type of flashlight you're using, whether it be something like this one with a lithium-ion battery, or your basic dry cell, you know, like D, C, and AA type batteries. Temperature does have an effect on run times. If it's too cold, like basically say you left this in your car and it's in the middle of the winter and it's like 30 below or even below that, that can have an effect on run times. The same thing happens when it's way too hot. So like if it's 80 degrees and up, especially inside of your car, and the battery, no matter if it's this one or a regular type battery, gets too hot, that can even affect the runtime of your flashlight. Also, how long has it been sitting around? You may charge this up today. 8 months later, you might just, finally have to use it or decide to use it and say, hey, I only got so much, it didn't, it shortened about a half an hour. Well, all batteries lose a little bit of energy over time. Okay, so if you have a lithium-ion battery, it's always good to kind of top them off every 3-4 months just to make sure that you're always going to have the full amount of runtime out of whatever device you got that battery in. Secondly, I do like the idea that a lot of flashlights lately I've been giving you that little insulator piece. Let me show it to you again. I would recommend you never throw this little insulator piece away, because say you only got like 2, maybe 3 flashlights, you charge it up, you like it, and you're just going to let it sit around. Put that insulator piece back in. That way, you're not going to lose any charge. It's protecting the battery. It doesn't take much to unscrew it, drop it on the ground, screw your tailpiece back on, and you got a working flashlight. It's not that hard. It is very simple. The other thing you can do is you can go on anywhere on the internet, eBay, Temu, I think even Amazon sells them. They sell little plastic storage cases for like 18650 batteries and 14500s and all the way up. And so if you don't feel comfortable leaving your batteries inside your flashlight, you can buy these little plastic storage cases and keep your batteries in those as well. But I would always recommend you have at least one flashlight with batteries in it ready to go in case of an emergency. Whether it be something like this with an 18650 or lithium-ion battery, or your basic dry cell batteries like D's, AA's, C batteries, heck, even 9 volts if you can still find them. Always have at least one type of light, whether it be a flashlight, lantern, handy that has batteries in it, ready to go in case of an emergency. I also believe everybody should have at least one flashlight and one lantern in case of a power outage or some other type of an emergency. I always believe everyone should at least have one. And if that's the case, if you listen to me on that thing, get the Wurkkos TD05 flashlight. It pumps out a lot of light. It's very easy to use, very lightweight. When I ran it into turbo mode, high mode, and all the modes, and waited till the battery ran down pretty much, the head of the flashlight never got hot, if you will, to the touch. Yeah, it gets warm, but it doesn't get hot, you know. So yeah, it's definitely worth you getting. It's definitely worth every penny. So once again, the Wurkkos TD05 is definitely worth every penny. So go ahead and get it. And if you happen to like this video, please give it that thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget about that notification bell. It would really help me out a lot if you were to share this video and maybe a few more of my others on all of your social media. And until the next video, you, your friends, your family, and yes, even all of your pets, you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.